Hi, and welcome to another episode of Marriott MBA Today. I'm your host, Rob Callan. For a second, think about your bucket list. Is it climbing a mountain, maybe visiting someplace far away, or possibly is it writing a book? Well, today on our program, we have Nathan Tanner, fellow student here in the Marriott MBA school, who did just that. He wrote a book. And so, Nathan, we're really excited to have you on the program today.
Great to be here.
So that's kind of a big hurdle to jump over. We have a copy of your book right here. How did you get the idea to write a book?
So I did my internship last summer at LinkedIn. Great experience, accepted a full-time offer. And over the last year, I've been working as an ambassador, helping a lot of undergrads and MBA students as well learn how to build strong profiles and learn how to leverage LinkedIn to find a job. And I found that this was a topic I've always been really passionate about, even when I was an undergrad living in the Bay Area before getting an MBA, and now. And I had the idea of writing a book, but just the timing never really seemed right. And so I had some extra time on my hands as a second year and felt like now was the time to write it.
So from a writing standpoint, what did the day-to-day process look like?
So I found that by blocking time at the beginning of each week, setting up 2 to 3 hour windows of when I could write was really, really helpful for me. And I had to make sure that I found those windows and I didn't let anything get in the way. At first it started out as just a fun project I was doing, but as I got more people involved and getting input from others, it turned into something bigger than expected, and I decided that it needed more effort to really be a quality product.
And who is the intended audience for your book?
I wrote the book thinking like, okay, if I were a undergrad student or a recent college graduate, how could I benefit? What things would I need to learn? And so I think anyone who's in that window could really, really benefit from it.
Okay. Now, I noticed that you got some pretty high-profile endorsements for this book, one of which is Dave Ulrich, who within the circles of OBHR is basically one of the gurus that you go to for input on any sort of OBHR initiative. Yeah. So how did you swing that?
So because the book is self-published, I needed a stamp of approval or some validity to it. And so I reached out to a mentor of mine, asking him for ideas of potential endorsers, and he said, "Oh, you should have Dave Ulrich read it." And I said, "Okay, that would be great. Can you help me out, please?" And he made an introduction. Dave agreed to take a look at it, and I sent him over the manuscript about 10 o'clock one night. And I woke up the next morning, and it turned out that Dave had read the book that night, written a very generous endorsement, loved the book. And I just woke up completely thrilled. And so that was fun. Another one was from Ben Casnocha, who wrote The Startup of You and The Alliance with Reid Hoffman, the LinkedIn chairman. And that really came through a cold email. I told him how much I had loved his previous books and thought that our messages overlapped, and asked him if he'd give it a read. And he agreed to it, liked it, and also shared an endorsement.
Amazing. Well, congrats on that. So let's play a quick game here. We're going to play Desert Island, okay?
Okay.
So someone has to choose between a copy of the complete works of William Shakespeare and your book. How would you convince them to choose your book instead of William Shakespeare?
Well, that's a great question. So I think my book is very, very practical for college students and for young professionals who are trying to find their way in a business world that has really changed from decades past. And so if you're looking to launch a career, to learn how to network, learn how to prepare for interviews, just really start a career on the right step, I think reading this book and applying the lessons that are shared would be a great way to go.
Okay. Well, sorry, William. I guess I'm going to be taking this on the desert island with me. Any last advice as far as how people can get a copy of your book for themselves?
Sure. Yeah, it's available on Amazon as an ebook and as a paperback. And check it out.
Okay. Well, Nathan Tanner, thank you very much for being with us today. Best of luck with the continued sales of your book.
Great. Thanks, Rob.
Yep. And thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.